everybody, and welcome to a brand new series of Wednesday Wings. I'm going to take a different approach to the Wednesday games for a bit and take a look at some more flight type games. Starting with this. This is Air Conflicts Vietnam, because there's a lot of World War II games, there's a lot of modern Ace Combat style games, but there's also kind of this big gap in between, and there's some really cool jets there, and that kind of gets overlooked a lot. This is one of the few games that focuses on the Vietnam era. It was developed by a overseas developer, and we're gonna play through this campaign. I will note right off the bat, this is not a simulation. This is very much in the Ace Combat style of gaming, so don't expect a lot from that. But with that said, new campaign, let's go.
The First Indochina War ended in 1954 and led to the expulsion of French forces who had occupied the peninsula for almost a century.
True.
Vietnam was left divided into the Communist North and Catholic-led but predominantly Buddhist South. The South was supported by the United States, who saw the spread of communism as one of the 20th century's worst problems.
Also accurate.
The fear was that a domino effect would occur, that after the loss of one nation to communism, neighbors would surely follow. The United States was facing an encroaching communist front and decided that Vietnam was the place to make a stand.
Maybe a little bit of an oversimplification, but somewhat accurate.
Recent operations saw thousands of South Vietnamese families moved into militia-controlled fortified villages as part of the Strategic Hamlet Resettlement Program. However, Viet Cong have infiltrated several of these South Vietnamese hamlets, killed their leaders, and seized control. We need to support the South Vietnamese Air Force in wiping out these VC-controlled hamlets. For the first part of this operation, we'll soften up their defenses with airstrikes, ready for an assault with light tanks and infantry.
Okay, so first mission, we got a choice between the mighty F-105 Thunder Chief and an F-100 Super Sabre. I have no idea why the preview is on a carrier, since both of these were Air Force fighters. Likewise, I have questions about the triple missile racks that this is carrying. But again, not a simulation. That's probably a little more accurate, that the Super Sabre has just double racks, although I think usually those inboard pylons would be fuel tanks. But again, we're not going to worry too much about it. I really like I've always liked the Thud though, so let's start with that. Don't actually have a choice in this mission anyway. Whichever one you pick, you start off in the Thud, because this is also the tutorial mission. How much of a not simulator game is this? I'm playing with a gamepad. The game is very much set up for gamepad controls, not flight sim controls, so it just works better. As much as I would like to play this with my full HOTAS setup.
I'm having some problems with rudder response. Need to perform a maneuverability check.
Roger that. Positioning to check you from behind. I'm on your 6. Initiate maneuverability check.
Alright, so this is very much flying with arcade type controls with gamepad. Left stick, left turn, left stick, right turn.
Rudder functionality, good.
There is a simulator option, but those controls don't really work very well.
Aileron functionality, good.
Just going with the gamepad controls. Which is kind of funny. Sure, let's do a loop. But I do really like the F-105. I've always thought that was a cool looking jet.
Maneuverability, perfect. Check your flare launcher functionality.
Good
flare in the air. Now test engine overburn.
It's actually one of the first models I ever built.
Engine
Was
functionality,
a
good. Now test your brakes.
F-105F, which was the two-seat
Perfect. Your
Wild Weasel
maneuverability seems to be
variant.
fully functional. Check your systems now. Good. Check your weapon systems now. Shoot your cannon.
Yeah, that's a realistic bomb
Dropping
view.
bomb. That's a miss.
Switch to secondary fire. And watch your missiles and bombs go.
All systems fully operational. Let's continue the mission.
The 105 is such a big aircraft, too. I mean, it is massive. You see it in person, you're like,
We need
wow.
to eliminate the Viet Cong's infiltrated hamlets, bomb the occupied villages to destroy the Viet Cong's base, and help to reduce the enemy presence in the area.
Alright, well, I got rearmed, and apparently we're doing the Apocalypse Now, destroy the village to save it bit. So, okie dokie. In reality, 105s would have come in at a shallow angle.
Dropping bomb. That's a good strike.
Because, yeah, like this one doesn't have a HUD. So they would have used bombing technique not really that different than previous generations of aircraft. Come in at a shallow dive, aim in roughly the right direction, and bombs away.
Bombing now. That's a good strike.
Since this is a game, we get to kind of cheese it. I would like to deal with some of that incoming fire, but I don't really have enough bombs for that.
Dropping bomb.
So I'll just ignore the AA, which that's actually what killed most F-105s in Vietnam.
NVA MiGs are approaching. Protect our bombers before the MiGs reach them.
Okay, so those are MiG-15s. We have a furball. Alright, so I'm gonna switch to the Sabre, which has a little bit more air-to-air. So you do have to get a good tone. There's another one. And the Super Saber had 4 20mm cannons.
Enemy down.
It was predominantly a gunfighter. And prior to the Phantom, it was one of the Air Force's superiority fighters. Oh, that's the one. Alright, got him.
Good job. Now destroy the remaining hamlets.
Although the main thing that the Saber ended up being used for was there we go. Guns kill on the AA there. But the main thing the Super Saber ended up getting used for later in the war was the fast forward air control mission. Oops.
Bombing now.
Alright, well, I'm out of bombs.
Bomb hit positive.
So I can switch to one of my wingmen, which I'll do in a hot second here. I just want to do something stupid and deal with this AA line. Which again is how most thuds ended up destroyed, was AA. Although the interesting thing is that the 105 didn't get a lot of air-to-air kills, because again, rarely a bomber. But most of the kills it did have were actually gun kills. His first rule of being in a gunfight is bring a gun. So that's always an interesting little bit of trivia. And a lot of times they would carry 1 or 2 sidewinders for self-defense, but yeah, majority was gun kills. Fortunately, the in-game AI can't hit squat. Also, fortunately, they don't have SAMs, just AA. Okay. Almost got the opposite. Can I do guns on? Oh, I can do a gun. I can just straight up do a gun run on the village. Alright. I mean, I can switch over to another F-105. I'll do that when I run out of ammo. It's not a machine gun, it's a 20mm Gatling gun. It's a 20mm cannon. It goes BERT. Alright, check out the hamlets. That'll work. Mission complete. Airstrike successful.
Dear Joe,
Too bad there was no time for you to come home and say goodbye. I was so excited to hear that you've been transferred to Vietnam to support our fight for democracy, and I wanted to shake your hand. I've told all my friends that my brother's going to fight in Vietnam. Some of them said that we shouldn't be dictating how other nations are run, but I know they're wrong and that we're doing the right thing. Mother is worried about you and she sends kisses, but she is sure our father would be proud of you should he be with us still. God bless his soul. Lisa was here yesterday bringing me your old textbooks. Zoe was helping, and she was very proud too, telling everyone she was helping Uncle Nee learn. After finishing college, I want to be just like you but on the ground. It's the Marines for me. You take care and kick some commie asses. Your brother, Neil.
Okay, finish college and go into the Marines, so he wants to be an officer. All right, well, we got a Huey. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I put out new videos Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Central Time, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.